The captain runs away, screaming, "Follow my orders, retreat!" But Sirius grabbed him. The captain shouted, "You bastard, let go of me." Sirius tells him, "You said you were the strongest in this group. The battle with the boss isn't over yet, so you're not leaving." The captain swings his arm trying to get away. "I'll do whatever I want. I'm the captain. If you want to die so badly, stay here alone." The devil raises his finger. "You invaded my home and now you want to flee?" The captain, in shock, "Look behind you, Sirius. He's gonna attack with that power. Let me go." The captain don't understand how he can't release himself from that trash F-rank grip. Everyone's running away. "I told you to let go already." He's coming to give him a blow. He's sure he's gonna win. But Sirius just holds onto his fist and almost breaks his hands. Then Sirius tells him, "You have to keep your word. If you're the strongest, protect your group," and throws him. He went face to face with the devil attack. An explosion occurred. Everyone's was running away, and the captain's body fell on the ground. Our protagonist says, "Now it's my turn," pulling out his broken sword. The juicy Bella says she wants to stay to help Sirius. Tyr also says he won't run away, but she looks at him and says, "You don't need to stay. I'll do it because of Sirius." Tyr says he knows, but he's the only rank B here. He's gonna destroy these creatures and he's not gonna run away. Devil warns everyone, "Even after seeing my power you are trying to escape? Don't underestimate me." But in 1 second Sirius was about to cut his arm. He used that insta-kill ability of his. The demon dodged by a small fraction, but Sirius took the opportunity to ran towards the ritual, scared by our guy's speed, who already ran off. The boss was confused with why is he running to the altar. Sirius was really close to obtaining what he has been desiring for such a long time, while Tyr and Bella took the opportunity to strike the boss back. Tyr thought to himself, "That's the opportunity." But in the blink of an eye the demon stopped both attacks with his bare hands. Then he aimed at Sirius saying, "This bastard is fast like a cockroach, but I'm going to end this." But Bella told the boss that she would not let him attack Sirius. With beautiful cut and angle she trusted her sword with Tyr, making the boss lose his balance and barely missing the attack on Sirius. He used the explosion shockwave to launch himself to the altar. He was almost there. His antidote was a 1 finger of distance when he was stopped. The altar was protected by a magic array that sent him flying to the other side of the room. The boss told him that he created the magic array and as long as he was breathing it would be impossible to break it. Sirius told, "Makes sense. Just taking the elixir would be too easy. We need to kill you to proceed." That's when he noticed a leg by his side and went to see who it was, while Tyr and Bella were being beaten by the boss. That was saying that they were arrogant just by having the courage to attack him. Tyr and Bella fell to the ground while Sirius was thinking, "What is the female monster that I let escape? How did she end up like this?" Satyr was a bit red, trembling and big, telling Sirius to be quiet so no one knew they were there. At the moment Nasir the boss was saying that his ritual needed a calm place so he needs to finish them. It's time for their death. From far Sirius saw everything and was scared that Bella was in danger. He gave a mushroom to Satyr and went rushing to help his friends. Satyr saw the healing mushroom and began to cry. The system told to Sirius, "The female monster Satyr is developing affection towards. You completed the weapon requirements. Please choose one." Sirius was surrounded by cards while Tyr and Bella were about to die. Sirius shouted to the system to skip that. He needs to save his friends. But the system insisted he need to choose one right now. He picks up a random card getting a golden and red blade, the exploding garment divine sword. He rushes behind the boss telling him test his new blade. But once more Nasir grabs it with bare hands and tells him, "You fell for it. They were just bait. My target was you human cockroach and now at such a close distance." Sirius shouted, slicing Nasir's hands once more, but he could only leave a small scratch. Nasir laughed at his face, but suddenly all of his clothes exploded, revealing a Jewishish voluptuous curvaceous body that I know that no one expected to be a XX chromosome holder. Nasir got shy asking where the hell her clothes went, while Bella and Tyr were asking themselves the same thing. This Sirius stripped the boss? With an indomitable expression and a nose bleeding, Sirius said that this monster was truly powerful. The sword that he got from the system has 2 effects. On the first strike it explode enemies' clothes, but on the second one it activates the ultimate move, the Divine Sword Descent. Nasir was trying to cover up herself, saying that she never expected such a despicable move and that now she's really going to kill him. But without hesitation Sirius tried to attack her that skillfully dodged. Staring at her, Sirius thought, "My first attack exploded her top. Now I need to hit once more to vanish her underneath the robe. Then I just need to knock off her face mask and I will be able to trigger the ultimate move that is going to kill her." All he needs to do is use his unique flash/cut. but the system tells him that he can only use that 6 more times. Cirrus tells the system that the only skill he has is an absolute trash. The system asks if he wants to turn it up, but he just says no, and teleports, aiming at Nazir's legs. Once more with a swift jump she dodged. In the air she was thinking about why he's aiming at her legs. He is not trying to destroy her lower robe, right? Poor Nazir. No hesitation, Cirrus goes for another slash. She calls him a filthy bastard and steps on his chest, sending him far away. He was able to stop himself with a sword, but his nose was broken. But for him that pain was much lesser than the curse pain. So he rushes her once more. The skills has a 10-second cooldown, so he dodges some of Nazir's attacks while decreasing the distance between them. When the 10 seconds were up, he used once more the swift body slash aimed at the legs, saying, "Let's see how you can dodge from something so close." He felt that his sword went through something and knew that he had landed a hit. But when he looked up, Nazir was standing on her tail, telling him that if it was not for the fear of showing the mountains, she would have already killed him. Using a laser attack that Cirrus narrowly dodged, she kept striking while he was trying to gain time to use his swift attack again. But at some point he got cornered and had to deflect the attack head-on. The explosions and shockwaves were extremely strong. Tyr couldn't believe what he was seeing. How could a F rank do that? Even he, who is a B rank, can't do anything. After the dust settling, Cirrus was impressed with his sword. They told to Nazir that now her attacks would be useless against him. Nazir told him that this was true. Was hard for her to kill him, but was easy to kill her friend. Already send in a fire strike in her direction. At that second, Cirrus used his swift slash to cut Nazir's nails. While he instantly went to Bella's direction, Nazir shot one more time in Cirrus' back, thinking that he was dumbing from turning back on her. But in the middle of the way he turned and faced the attack head-on again. Bella was there sitting in a very comfy and relaxing position. Just the shockwave was enough to break her armor, exposing you-know-what. Cirrus' strength that was exposed and became clear to everyone. Even Nazir was losing her patience with how hard it was to kill that boy. But that's when she notices that the ritual was in need of more firewood to keep going, or she would lose her 100 years of work. But Bella suddenly was feeling strange, saying her body was feeling hot, and I'm also feeling some extra warmth. Damn Bella. She lost her ability to control herself and enveloped her hands around Cirrus' head. Panting in need of some more oxygen, she pulls Cirrus closer while from behind Tyr was shocked. We see she opening her mouth and the point of a cup that is about to be swallowed, slowly getting closer. But Cirrus remembers the first he saw her, when she looked like a Luxmaxer with a mewing jawline. He jumps back, saying that he doesn't want to do that, while Tyr asks what she's doing. Bella regained her consciousness, asking herself why I was trying to kiss Cirrus. Even my tongue was up my mouth and I didn't notice. Even worse, we are in the middle of a battle. She was shy and embarrassed, trying to hide herself, while Tyr was asking if she was poisoned because she was red and panting, and also she's not the type of girl that acts this way. At that moment, Nazir opened her arms to bring some meat of the monsters to use as fuel for the ritual. Cirrus noticed that she was burning all of the blood of the demon god. He knew that he needed to stop that quickly. He had a plan. He would utilize all of his power in an explosive attack, but for that he needed Bella. He went to her and said, I've figured out a way to defeat the boss now, but I need your cooperation. She was shy and Tyr knew that something bad was coming. Bold and courageous as a soldier that fights for the good of all humanity, Cirrus told her that they need to connect their USB ports so he can charge his power to defeat the boss. While she was listening to Cirrus explaining every single detail of the plan, she was getting more and more happy. While Tyr couldn't understand how Cirrus could explain that plan with such a straight face. She was already on her side while Cirrus was trying to comfort her, saying, I know it must be difficult for you, but I beg you. Her agitation value went up to 93%. But suddenly Tyr grabbed Cirrus' hand, telling him to stop thinking about those things in the middle of the battle. He looked at Bella and said, don't trust him. With a happy face she told to Cirrus that she trusted his words. Tyr was shocked. While Bella was saying that she knew that would be embarrassed, but only to kill the boss she would accept. It is incredible the determination of this duo, really going through thick and thin to save their species. She grabbed Cirrus' head once more. All could remember was the younger and goblin Bella. While Cirrus was going crazy, the poor Tyr took a critical hit. As some sort of memory reflex, Cirrus pushed Bella away that now was in the floor, confused. Suddenly Cirrus gained 5,000 stats because he made Tyr suffer. Our boy literally gets much stronger when he makes a guy a cock. Through a beautiful angle we see Cirrus telling Bella that her help wasn't needed anymore. He was feeling stronger. But she didn't want him to go, so she asked what if he still couldn't defeat the boss. With her crossed legs and 99% agitation, she asked once more, "Don't you really need my help?" Cirrus bluntly told her, "No." He went running while Bella was suffering on the floor with the rejection. While Tyr defeated was aching her, "Bella, I know the Cirrus is stronger than me and that's why you have a crush on him, but I want to ask." But before we see the answer, we see Cirrus going for Nazir. His plan is to hit leg and head at the same time and then finish everything in an instant. With 5,000 extra points, all he needs is find an opening. Nazir was looking at her cauldron, noticing that it was too cold. She needed for fuel. Maybe those humans would do. She started to fly and told Siri to be grateful because all of them would become sacrifices. She let her rounded mountains take fell some windy while conjuring her most powerful spell. The only thing Cirrus thought is really big. The attack went head on and Cirrus tried to block it, but his magic power used to resist was rapidly going down. After just a second he was depleted. Nazir told him that the battle was over, but that's when a beautiful hand surrounded his face. Turning his head he saw a blonde goddess, telling him that she knew that he needed her big helpers. Without hesitation, Cirrus became an alpinist and started to enjoy the mountains. But unfortunately for Tyr, his heart was broken. Bella knew that Tyr liked her, but she already had told him that she has had someone in her heart since childhood, and that never changed. While Cirrus was climbing to new heights literally in all senses, his powers were surging and his stats increased by 27,500. His aura was destroying the whole room. Nazir couldn't believe what she was seeing. He should have no way to fight back now. But there he was, with his golden aura bursting. But even in that moment Nazir was feeling confident. She told him that no matter how much he increases his power, he was just a simple human being. She was about to say that he was nothing but an ant when he vanished in front of her. In a second a vertical cut went through her entire body. That was the strengthened swift body slash that broke Nazir's mask. And now Cirrus' final move, the Holy Sword Descent, had been unlocked. Nazir was screaming to the heavens. How did he dare to hurt her face? She used all her powers to create a gigantic sun over her head with all her power infused. But Cirrus was relentless. When she used her attack he used his sword descent. An enormous golden sword struck right above Nazir. The shockwave destroyed everything around, and when the dust settled the only thing left was Nazir's body in the same way that she came to this world. His divine attack was in cooldown for 20s and he ran for the demon blood, but the magic array wasn't destroyed. From the floor Nazir told him, "I will never allow filthy humans to touch the demon god holy blood." Cirrus was waiting for the cooldown and told her, "I will take care of you in 9 seconds. That's when he looked back and saw Bella and Tyr dropped on the floor. Nazir stood up screaming that it was about time to see the superior race. Monster or humans? But Cirrus just ran to grab his friends. He was more worried to save them. While Nazir fell to the ground thinking that humans are truly foolish. Cirrus was shouting to the system to find the shortest route out of there. But a creature was observing them from the side and appeared in front of him. Bella saw how much Cirrus was fighting for her. She remembered that in their childhood everyone would make fun of her, but it was Cirrus that always would stand up and punch anyone who tried to bully her. Cirrus used once more his swift body slash to cut the monster, while Bella's mind was being filled with all the kindness that Cirrus had shown her. But that's when Nazir made a critical move. She used herself as a sacrifice to the demon king's blood. A dragon used a fire breath attack on Cirrus, but he skillfully dodged and finished off another creature. While Nazir was being burned for the holy demon, then suddenly Cirrus' weapon disappeared and the system told him, "The enemy has been defeated and the weapon has returned to the system. After 12 hours the weapon will be back." Cirrus thought that it didn't matter cause they've just reached the exit of the dungeon. Right at the entrance the captain, the ones that were able to survive, saw Cirrus coming back. The captain lost his mind and shouted, "Cirrus, how dare you defy my order and attempt to run? You are out of the expedition team and the guild is not going to help you anymore. And now I will execute you." But one instant and Cirrus' foot was in his face. He couldn't care less about the captain, and just kept running with his friends. Back to the dungeon where Satyr was observing what was about to come out of the ritual. From a fountain of blood 2 pale hands opened the red curtains. Satyr felt a chilling sensation as if her body was being stabbed by countless needles. The pale creature appeared, with red hair and a femboy body. It was the demon god Azathoth. Satyr tried to escape from the place as quickly as possible, but Azathoth noticed her, and with a flick of his finger destroyed everything in the way, revealing Satyr and making every creature of the whole dungeon fall to the lowest floor. All the monster asked if that was Nazir, but Azathoth just said that Nazir was dead and he needed a new servant now. Instantly a bunch of goblins fell to their knees begin to serve him. But Azathoth said ugly and killed everyone. He wanted something beautiful at his side, so he went to Satyr and told her that she looked good and asked her to raise her head while opening her mouth. Hesitant and with tears in her eyes she did. Azathoth poured some green blood on her mouth. Satyr instantly felt that her body was being healed and happiness was flowing. Azathoth grabbed her by the chin explaining that his blood could heal and fortify her immune system, but the digestion process caused some overflowing happiness. Then he told Satyr that it was getting dark, she should find a room and wait for him there. Then we see the guild headquarters where the captain is being cursed at for failing such an easy task. The golden arm guy is the S-ranked Aaron and is his brother. The captain was begging him, bro, help me, if I lose my position as captain we gonna lose everything and they will discover that we are stealing from the guild. His brother told him to shut up cause he already knew all of that. Then he asked, what is the name of the guy that went against your orders? The captain told him that it was Cirrus. Darren told him that they would put all the blame on Cirrus and he would be sentenced to death for desertion. Back to Satyr, she was feeling something soft and juicy touching her back. A warm breath made her ears red. When she got up and looked back she saw a white-haired girl with Pixar mom proportions. Is Azathoth. That explained that in the night she loses her strength and goes back to her original girl form. In that time she needs Satyr to protect her from anyone that tries to cause harm. And she should never think about hurting her cause with her blood inside Satyr. She can easily dissolve Satyr body. While this was happening, Cirrus was running around searching for where the demon god blood went. He wasn't going to give up even if he had to scour every corner of that place. He had already left Bella and Tyr in the hospital. Azathoth explained that she needed her heart that was within the Heroes Guild. Even though at night she becomes a weak human, when the day comes she's going to retrieve her heart and recover 100% of her powers. That's when Satyr heard something. Someone was approaching. She told Azathoth that she was going to stop whoever was, but Azathoth told her that if she got more than 5 kilometers from her she would be instantly killed. Cirrus was running for a door. He knew that it must be their cause. He had already searched every place, and the system told him that the blood was present in the dungeon. What he wasn't expecting was that Satyr with her skillful foot was about to kick him once more. She went for a vertical overhead attack, but she noticed that it was Cirrus. She stopped saying, "It's you, the disgusting human being again." But strangely inside the room Azathoth felt immense comfort. That was the reaction that she should have when finding her heart. She was confused. Satyr told Cirrus that Nazir was already dead, so he came back. He should hurry and leave the place. But Cirrus told her that he was happy that recovered herself and could fight again. Maybe the mushrooms that he gave her were helpful? Satyr got shy and red, telling him that wasn't the case at all. Those mushrooms were the most disgusting thing that she has eaten in her whole life, and he should get lost. But her agitation instantly went to 71%. Bounty Cirrus pointed to her saying that he knew that she had some favorability towards him. Satyr vanished and tried to kick Cirrus' face that was able to dodge. She was trying to step him once more. Out of shy she closed her eyes and kept stomping the poor boy, saying that he was disgusting. But when she opened her eyes he wasn't there. Cirrus was running to Azathoth's room. In front of the door he could feel the presence of the blood of the demon god behind. But before he was able to do anything Azathoth suddenly opened the door. But he was running fast and wasn't able to stop his body. The only thing that could stop his advancement was a warm snowball. Cirrus retracted while Satyr asked who Azathoth came out of the room. Without hesitation Azathoth grabbed Cirrus' spheres. While Cirrus was screaming in pain Azathoth could feel that her heart was inside his future family nest. Cirrus freed himself asking her what she was doing, but the system told him that she was the blood of the demon god. Cirrus was asking himself, did my antidote become a human? He made a small cut in her hands to drink some demon wine. Azathoth felt something strange, but the system told Cirrus that his curse hadn't been cured. Azathoth was smiling at his face. She knew what he wanted, but at night when she's a human her blood is ineffective. Satyr tried to kick Cirrus, telling him to get off her master. Cirrus went back while Azathoth was thinking, my heart was actually absorbed by a human and was transformed into his essence. I need to regain my power back, even if it's forcibly I will absorb it back to my body. But unfortunately after all that fun she's going to melt Cirrus' body using her power. while Sirius is thinking that he needs to take other liquids from her to see which one has the correct effect. He tries to go for her when suddenly the floor under him breaks. He dodges the sneak attack and from the floor another cool friend appeared. She had an arachne body carrying 8 limbs and 3 balloons. With a happy face she said that she could felt Azathoth power from thousands of miles, and she was even carrying the bell she was bestowed upon long ago. She is the boss Ghana. She runs towards Azathoth saying that she had already proven her love and now is time for her to devour Azathoth. Azathoth as a weak human just waited. She couldn't do anything, but suddenly Sirius grabbed her, evading Ghana's attack and jumped out of a hole in the wall. He was confused with why a boss rank monster appeared so suddenly, but his priority is to save his drinks that were inside Azathoth. But Ghana of course went to follow them. After some time, Siri put Azathoth on the floor saying that he was finally able to lose that monster. Azathoth asked him where he had brought her. He told her that she was inside the Heroes Guild zone, in his home. Azathoth was happy upon hearing that. Now she can recover her heart and go right into a killing spree. So she grabbed Sirius' neck, pulling him closer and saying, "Dear hero, I've been cursed by a terrifying monster. If I don't find a man to release myself I will soon die, so please help me. I need you to save me right now." With blood in his nose Sirius told her, "I'm a noble and upright hero. I will leave a like in this video cause we ran out of chapters, and turn on the bell cause when this series gets new